Hi everyone, this is Joseph from Forbes Tech Reviews, aka your favorite Cajun tech reviewer, back with another video today. Today's video, yes, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that you can do with your TCL 10 Pro. But before I get into this video, check this out. Okay everyone, so I'm back with another video today. Today's video, yes, I'm going to give you 10 things that you should do once you get your TCL 10 Pro. Or some tips and tricks, whatever you want to call it. You can pick up this phone from Amazon starting May 19th for $449. Y'all let me know if y'all think that's a great price in the comments. So when you do get the phone, let me know if you learned anything, if you do something a little bit different. Also, let me know in the comments. A lot of reviewers been doing some reviews on this phone, so I just want to give out some tips because we all new to what TCL is doing with the UI. So why not do a little tip video and show y'all what you should do once you get your phone. By the way, isn't that beautiful? Look at that color. I got a little fingerprint there. Let me clean that up. That's a beautiful. I love how it just does that. But let's see. So it's a beautiful display too, by the way. Look at that. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I did not want to make it too long. So the first thing that I did when I got the phone, I switched up the app drawer. Because right now, if you look at it, and my phone will focus, it's all in like categories. So what you can do, I changed it by name, but you can change it by label. You can do it by usage, installation, but I do by name. That way it looks like a normal drawer. I think that's actually pretty cool. So yes, you can change it up, customize it. If you like it the other way, then keep it. It's your phone. You can do whatever you want with the phone. The second thing I did was set up the always on display. Hopefully it shows. There you go. So the way you do that, you can go into your settings. And then you want to go to display. You go down. The always on display is there. So you can actually, let me turn the thing down. It's bright. So you can actually turn it on, but you can also set a scheduled time where it turns on and off. And then you can pick the styles that you want. So I have the top one, but you can do whatever you want down there. You can actually customize it if you wanted to. So that way you always have the always on display. Now, do y'all use the always on display? I actually been using it on this phone, which is really good. Now, the third thing I did was change the navigations. I like the Google navigations now on Android 10. I do not like the little buttons. So you go to advanced features. You go at the top here, and you can do the buttons, or you can do the gesture navigations, which is what I have now. And if you hit more, it will give you the demos and a couple other options too. So if you want the buttons, you can actually change the button layout too. But I don't use the buttons no more. I just use gestures. I got used to it with my Google Pixel. So that's the third thing that I would do if I was you once you got the phone. The next thing I would do will be the gestures too. So if you go back into settings, you can go back into advanced features. If you hit on gestures, there you go. You have different gestures that you can pick. Your 3-finger screenshot, split screen gestures if you want to. Quick launch the camera and tap to wake. I love the tap to wait feature. Most of them come already on. I think this one was actually off, but I turned it on too. But if you don't want to use them, you can actually turn it off too, which is a good option. Again, another way of customizing your phone. Now, another cool feature you get with this phone, and it's actually pretty cool because, you know, for $449, you actually get like an edge thing here. I have recent apps, and then if you swipe over, you have some contacts, and then if you switch over again, you have a ruler. So if you want to change it or edit it, you just hit that little edit button there, and you can turn it on, you can turn it off if you don't want to use it. You can disable it. You can change it too if you wanted to. You can add, change different apps. Whatever you want to do, if you want to add more to it, it's pretty simple too. So if I want to add an app, let's see. You can add the app. You can go to whatever app you want. So if I want Call of Duty there, bam, it's there. So if I swipe over, Call of Duty's there. The other thing that you can do is actually move where the bar is. So you can edit the bar. So if you just tap, you can move it around, move it to the other side. That's actually pretty cool. I usually have it at the top, and then you just get out of it. So that was number 5. Let me know if you think you're going to use that feature or not. I think it's pretty cool to have it in a budget phone. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is actually the smart key. This little button on the side here. You can program it. So if I double tap it, it brings on the flashlight. Turn it off, you can double tap. If I hold it, it brings up Google. Now you can set that up to do whatever you like. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So you go back into your settings. You go to advanced features. You actually go into smart key at the bottom. And there you go. Now you can single press or double press. If you hit double press, you can do different things. You can launch the camera, take a selfie, take a shot, open the last shot, optimize the device, turn on the flashlight, take a screenshot, do split screen. So there's many different options down there. Or many different options. Now that's another cool thing if y'all seen that. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I would highly recommend setting up the smart key. If you want to turn it off, then you can actually turn it off also. Now that last thing I just flashed, I'm going to show you. I'm going to skip around in my video the notes that I have. So you can actually turn on that notification light. If you go to display, if you go all the way to the bottom here, that notification light, it actually lights around it so you can turn it on and off. I turned it on. I think that's actually pretty cool. So that was another little trick. I don't know, you think you would use that notification light? I use it all the time. I think it's pretty cool. I'm glad that they actually put it on this phone. The next thing I want to talk about is the cameras on here. A lot of people have been talking about them. So I'm going to show you a few tricks. Now, when you get this phone, it may have it off. So if you want to turn it on, you can definitely turn it on. I'm talking about the watermark on the pictures. So right now, if you take a picture, it will have a watermark on it. I know they sent in an update before it releases to actually have that default turned off, but some people like it. When I'm doing comparison videos, sometimes I turn it on. But I'm going to show you how to turn it off and then turn it on too. So you go back into your camera settings. And then you can hit the settings here. You just scroll down. Man, it's so simple. Look at that watermark. You just turn it off. Now, they might have it off when you get the phone. If you want to turn it on, you just click on it. The other thing that I'm going to mention, let me turn the camera upside down. The one thing I mentioned too with the face camera, or the front facing camera, a lot of people have been complaining about it. See that face beauty? Turn that off. It's usually turned on, so it's going to smooth out your face. It's going to make it look unnatural. Turn that off, and that will make your front camera a lot better. Guaranteed. Oh, I missed the thing. Alright, the next thing that I want to bring up is the status bar. At the top, you can actually customize that and different options too. If my camera will focus, you can customize that. The way you do that is go into the settings. You go to display again, status bar. You can change a couple things up here. You can change the battery. You have different options, do not show. You can put it into the battery itself. I like it next to it. Bumpy cam, you can put your notifications in the icon folder. You can show your network speed if you wanted to. And you can change the style too. You can hide the front camera if you want the cutout. That's actually pretty cool. And you can set it up. Alright, so the last thing I want to show you is customization on the phone. Change up the style, whatever you want. And I'm going to show you how to do that too. And what I mean by that is actually changing your home screen. So if you go to home settings, you can change all these settings in here. If you want your apps all on one screen like Apple, you can do that too. You can change the grid size. Bam. You can, let me go back. You can change recent apps. You can do icon badges. Add the icon to the home screen for new apps. So you have a bunch of different options there too. And then also with that, if you home press, change the themes. So you can do round style. You can do freestyle if you wanted to. Many different styles on there that you can actually pick and customize the phone. You can change the wallpaper. I suggest doing that. Sometimes I like doing a little bit extra, give you a little bit more. I think in New Orleans we call it like lagniappe or something like that, if my pronunciation is right. But it's just giving you a little bit more than what I expected. That was 10, I'm gonna give you 11. So TCL has a nice little trick with the fingerprint scanner. It actually brings up some quick apps. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. So if you turn off the power button, you hold down the fingerprint, it brings up the fingerprint launch. So you can go into Google Lens, you can add the note, you can do the camera, but there's different codes that you can do. You can actually turn it off if you want to. So all you need to do is if you hold your finger down, it brings up that quick launch. So if you want to hit the camera, bam, the camera is already launched. What y'all think about that? I think that's actually pretty cool that they do that. But if you don't like it, you can actually turn that off too if you wanted to. Alright everyone, so I'm going to end the video now. It's 11 things that you can actually do with your TCL 10 Pro. If you learned anything, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos coming up with the TCL 10 Pro. Please make sure you follow me on Twitter at ForzReviews. Become part of the BAM Nation. I love talking to my subscribers, non-subscribers, everywhere on Twitter and on my YouTube videos. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until the next video, peace. Y'all have a great day.